UFO Mike Cody. Hope everyone's having a good night. I'm going to try to show you some moon anomalies. I thought these were pretty cool. So the situation is, here's the moon with my P900, and right around in here, you're going to see two dark, shadowy objects, UFOs, fly out of it, just momentarily. There it goes, see? Did you guys see that? See how I wound it? So what this is this is a tree and some leaves that has obstructed my view when I was filming the moon, okay? And when that happens, it really deforms the moon. And it looks quite silly. Like, for instance, this piece here looks like it's below this level. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't appear right. So on Halloween night, I was out there filming it, and I just thought that would be, something cool to do. And it was, there were a couple branches in my way. Here it is. And there's actually two of them. And they go up, okay? They're a pair, and they go right down again. And I just, it kind of caught my eye, not in the beginning, but toward the middle of the video. So let me just put pause. So then, as I was continue filming it, right here on the bottom, they're going to be back in the frame again. 1, 2. And this actually kind of blends in with the environment and shapeshifts. This one kind of turns into like a rectangle or a triangle and goes a different direction. And then for some reason, they kind of, move around and shift, and then they go right into the environment. And these entities obviously don't like the fact that there's a tree branch in front of my moon picture, which has happened before. So they're working on trying to get rid of this to render the moon the way it's supposed to be, so it doesn't look so silly. See how they come back? So they come into the screen. They're right here. And this one goes over here, right? I'm just hitting rewind, and changes the environment. I wish I didn't pan up. I didn't know what I was looking at, you understand, in the beginning. So it actually changes the environment and fixes all the defections of the moon. And its buddy storm right out of here. And there's a snake-like object too that you can see. So these objects interact and shapeshift into the moon, into this piece, into that piece, and they'll do whatever it takes to fix whatever is not normal. At the same time, see, they blend in, and then at a certain point, they're going to get back out of there because they don't want to get caught by me. Now, I filmed the moon probably 600 or 700 times. I've never seen anything, here it is, come in and out of the frame like this. Ever. Now they're back. 1 and 2. And they go back into their environment again. This one is up here. Let me rewind. There's 2 of them. Right? They come out of space. One goes into here, and one goes toward that bridge. And you can see there's activity over here where this is changing, and then this is changing over here. So wherever these things go, it is altering the surface of the moon to where, see, it just jumped back to where it doesn't look so ridiculous, maybe, because there's a branch in the way and leaves. I don't know. But these are intelligently controlled entities that can turn into snake-like objects or just blend in with the background. There it is right there, see? Then they both leave again. I mean, I don't know about you, but this is some incredible footage. Okay, so again, I just wanted to show you something. When it jumps back into the frame, it really, the one on the left really distorts the moon. I shouldn't say distort, it's probably bringing it back to its, the way it's supposed to look. Jumps out and it dives right into here. And if you watch it, it stays there and creates this snake pattern, see? Right there, see that snake pattern? It really darkens it and does something, then comes right out. And then it goes back to it. You know, it's like it's thinking what it should do. And it's correcting the environment because it doesn't like the fact that there's a branch and a tree, I guess, in front of my moon image. Okay, and it's right here. You can see it moving, and I can't get too close because then it gets grainy and all these phase lines show up, and then it goes back inside the black. And you know, this video might be longer than I thought. Here it goes again. Then it changes its mind. Then it goes back into it again. And it's right here. One's right here, one's right there. And they're doing work. Now, I did notice these things. And I kept saying to myself, well, you know, I cleaned my lens really well before I started. See that snake that's changing shape? That's that object. It's manipulating matter and it's changing shape. It doesn't like this line here for some reason. Because it makes the moon look silly. I mean, I don't know. You know, Crow 777 is the one who was the best photographer. And there it goes. It's coming back up again. See? Now it's going down the snake line. Now it's coming out. Let me rewind. Goes into the snake. See? It's in there. It's inside the moon. And then it comes out. Now I'm going forward. Comes out, goes back in, goes back out again. You guys see it, right? It's right here. I mean, these things followed my camera around. So if I moved my camera, they reacted. Look how it just jumped out. And do you see this one over here? This one bent. And I realized, I'm like, wait a second, man. I got these 2 spots that turn into 3 spots and 4 spots, and they're doing their own thing. These are not marks on my camera. They're changing shape and form, and I didn't realize all of that until when I got back and reviewed it, frame by frame by frame. But they were doing a lot of stuff. And I said to myself, when was the last time I've seen spots like this that came in and out of my moon picture? Came in and out of my moon frame. I've filmed the moon over 600-700 times. I've never seen anything like this happen before. Now, if you look at the environment, see how this line's kind of fading now? And this has changed a little bit down there. They were responsible for that. And now they're coming back into the frame again. And like they're a letter L now. Now again, I wasn't sure what the hell these things were when I was filming the moon. I did notice them, but I'm not going to sit there and thought they were shadowy, shape-shifting figures. I did notice they were kind of following me wherever I went when I was filming the moon, especially where you had all this blackness from the leaves and the now it left the screen, from the leaf and the sticks from the branches. See, it came from over here now. And now they got multiple entities with it. It's no longer just 2 dots. Did you see how they made like a bridge across that gap? And what they're doing is they're pulling the moon they're trying to get the moon to attach to this piece. Guys, I go out there and give it my best shot when I'm filming, but I can't believe this. They're right here. 1, 2. They're moving. Here's a third party that just came in there. And now they're working the 1, 2, I think is the third one inside. And they're working and they're being controlled by an intelligent mind, and they're trying to reshape the moon, and they're trying to get this stick, or again, this barrier with leaves, out of here. This one crawls over to here. It's very difficult to wrap your hands. Did you see that? I mean, something's moving around up here. Something's on the moon landscape. So I rewinded it. That's one anomaly right there. Okay. The second one turned into that little blob right there. See? 1, 2. And this UFO turns into like a snake. See? Boom. And it goes right in here. It goes right up there. And now it's working on something up there. That's an intelligently controlled UFO that is recreating the moon. And there's multiple ones. See the ones over here? Where did they come from? And they have a tendency to follow my camera as if I got some sort of dirt marks on it, but they actually have free will. They can do what they want, and there's a mind. They're over here now. That's controlling them. Or, it's a triangle now. They're coming over here. They're both working on this piece here. And every time they work on a piece, they either change the lighting or they change the entire shape. Here it is, 2 pieces right there. This is not, it's not a joke. This is a triangle now. You've got 1, 2, 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. See? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And what it's doing is it's just recreating the moon, and it's trying to get rid of the distortions in these pictures. And they just kept coming in and out of my frame. And I'm like, these cannot be specks of dirt, because first of all, it was only 2 points. Now it's 3 points. Then it turns into 4 points, and they move under their own free will. So to me, it seems like these little spheres are from the branches and the leaves. And I think these objects are trying the best they can to connect them. Now look at them. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 objects now. 4 UFOs that fly in. 1 leaves. And now they're actually going to try to, fix another one move. You see that? They were over here, and then they jump up to the cliff. Well, looks like a cliff at least. There it is. It's thinking about what it wants to do. Then it goes down there somewhere, comes back, hangs out, slides down like some sort of snake, scales down, stays around here. I mean, how does it do that? And look at the moon pattern has changed. There's all these little lights here now. There's all these little indentations from this thing. It's designing the moon. Now it went over here. Now, as you can see, as I pan up, I don't have any dirt marks and stuff like that. So where do these things come from? Now, I'm trying to figure out where these guys are at. And I think they're over here. So I see some movement, not a big deal. And then I see a very large dark line. And then a big collapse, see? Like something just, crushed a piece of the moon and added surface area to it. Boom. Pretty neat, huh? I'm guessing that's where they are. This is harder to detect, but they're going to come right around this edge here. See it pop out? And then go back in. And then it goes around over here to the side. These things are amazing. These are the paintbrush of God. And I mean that. These are entities that are manipulating local matter on a tree and leaves and reinforcing the moon's look. And this is like another impossible thing that can happen. It's right here. It's going to go right around, follow it all the way up. Boom. It goes right around the edge here. And it's doing its work. Pushing the black part of the branch away from it. Creating some space over in here, I guess. And that's what they accomplish. Remember I told you they were hanging out here? Well, this thing was staying with my camera to some degree, following me. And as I pan away from this, it drops down there. You see the two? They're like ghosts. You see them? There they are. Then it's like they leave this reality and they go away. And then they come back. I wish I knew what they were doing. If I had known what these things were, I would have taken them a lot more serious, that's for sure. Again, these things were following my camera as if they were watching me. As I pan out a second time, there it goes. And then it comes back into the frame. It goes back in there again. It's manipulating matter. So I think in this spot, they come up through here and end up going into this corner. See, they're there. Comes back into the frame again. You see that? Moving with its buddies. 2 or 3 of them. 1, 2. Focusing on that piece now. Going into the blackness. Wow, I didn't notice that before. They came over here. See? They flew from the bottom here. Okay? And they went up to here. See? That one that way. And watch how fast one of them shoots off. Bang! Turns into a worm. There they are. Oh wow, it just created that space. Now I go down to pan my camera around, and they're back down here. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I knew what these two things were doing. I noticed them, but I just didn't know what the heck was going on when I was filming this. So right here, you're going to see one of these entities show up on this ledge. There it is. It's going to hop back down and go to the lower level right there. And what they're doing is they're trying to create, see, they're trying to create a bridge. They want to connect that sphere with the rest of the moon. So it goes down, stays there. Okay, it's got 4 buddies now, 2 on each side, and it just keeps going back and forth. Back and forth. One jumps up, makes like a little bit of a snake move, and what they're doing is they're bridging the gap. See what that one did? They're bridging the gap, and they're getting rid of that blackness, and they're creating this bridge or tunnel to connect that piece to the other part of the moon. And then bang, they're gone. You know, this is like God's paintbrush. This is like it, you know, these are not just specks of dirt on my fucking camera. These things move independently. I'm rewinding this. Okay? They split apart, they come together. Do you see this? I have never filmed anything. There they are. Like this. They're going back and forth. And then boom, they go for it. That one jumps there, blends in. And they're making this, see the line here? They're making like a little tunnel, or they're trying to connect the two land masses, and then it jumps across. One goes down this way, one shoots up that way simultaneously. Okay, there they were again. I mean, these things are really fast, guys. This is like 60 frames per second. As you can see, one was up there doing something. And then I was panning out. Oh, there's an eye. See the eye right there? There it is again. See? There's one down here and one down there. There they all are. They go down there to reconvene, or, I don't know, talk it over. crazy. So, of course, they're back. Hitting rewind. They go in and out of this moon. They're constantly following me and then showing up again. They come back into play. They're right there. You know, they're deciding what to do. There's 3 of them, or maybe even 4. Shoot up here. One goes here to that little connector. I told you I'm going to connect that. One turns into a line. Then like a hole. Then again, they're building another one of these. You see, when these 2 points connect with each other, they're creating another line like this that's semi-transparent. They want to bring this piece of land to the other one, and they're connecting. See? There's one on the bottom, there's one on the top. It's just trying to be discreet. There's one on the bottom. And they get out of there. They're always on the fringe. Amazing. This is exhausting. They're going to come up in the same spot again and do the same thing all over again. There they are. Thinking about it, boom. They're trying to create this connection to the 2 pieces. They're getting the tree branch out of the way, I guess. They don't like the way that the moon looks when it gets distorted that way. I don't know. I told you guys we live in a fucking simulation. It's the only way this is even possible. But really, it's the paintbrush of the creator, God. As I pan this way, I'm about to pan in. They're the 2 anomalies. What do? They're right there working, see? There's a couple of them there working. Trying to fix that triangle. They run out, make a sharp turn, and get out. Do you know why they did that? Because I was about to zoom in. That's what really freaks me out. Is I was, you're going to see, I'm going to zoom in. And this mind of the Matrix, this simulation creator knew that. I am not kidding you. Watch this. I'm like thinking, I think I'm going to zoom in. And as I'm thinking about that, these things go, make a hard right turn and get out of there. Now watch. See, I zoom in. Do you see any of those things anywhere? No. They're not there. They're not there. They're only there where the tree branches are. I don't have any dirt on my lenses. They're not there. Okay, as I pan down, the 2 troublemakers are over here somewhere. They're doing work on some stuff over here. Now remember, see how it's shot down on the bottom? It's creating one of these tube tunnels again, a connector. It's creating a tube to connect from the outside of the moon. It's filling in the blackness. That's its concern. There's the other one. You see, these are not just random. They got a goal and a mission, and I'm able to film this. All because I decided to film a moon with a branch and a tree. This whole area, I believe, is them turning into a worm and then building this, again, this like column to hold everything up and connect the moon with other things. So do you see all the shape-shifting going on over here? Things are changing right in front of your eyes. Another entity comes over there and over here. There's a lot of things going on, guys. Lots of things. Watch this. I have to slow motion it because in real time, the entities are right there. Look what they're doing. They're changing everything. Wow. They're making the moon the way it's supposed to be. And they just did that right in front of you and I. These are like shadows, you know? But they're alive. And they can manipulate matter. There they are, see? Right here. I mean, I got so much of this footage. It's unbelievable. Now, when they're together, they can actually turn into like this, like I told you, this snake-like object. And you got to do this painstakingly, frame by frame by frame, because if you don't, you're going to miss it. And now it's working on something else. It goes up, it goes down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I guess that's good enough for them, and then they go inside the crater there. They did a good job. Give them that much. Exhausting. I'm exhausted holding this camera. Okay, so now it's time for me to move the camera a little bit, so these guys are going to follow me. Comes down right over here. One slides that way. The other one's on the other side, and now you got a group of 4 or a triangle heading off right here. Why did I sign up for this? Why did I do this? Fraction and frame by frame, 60 frames per second. They're going to shoot back into the screen. See them? Triangle. Now they're going to go up here, create a snake pattern, go up here, and they're going to work on that darkness in that area. And they're going to splatter all around it and move around and shape shift and do whatever it can. It turns into a worm and crawls into that cavern. Then it spills out like a waterfall. It's creating this piece right here too. It's creating the fucking moon. Okay, you're watching God create the moon. Are you happy now? This is the greatest video of the moon ever. Either I'm the luckiest man alive, or the larger consciousness system in this simulation is in love with me. Because I filmed this on October 31st, 2020. And in the last week or so, I've had some of the most amazing experiences in my life. And this is one I could have easily just deleted. But I noticed the little things, and I went through it frame by frame by frame like a crazy person. So here I am. Oh my God, this is never going to end, this fucking video. Never. This is going to show them coming out of the cavern. I'm reversing it. It's in reverse right now. See, it's right here. This is 60 frames per second, pressing a button, one thing at a time, to show you guys this. It's off the frame again. It's hiding. Let's go to the forward mode. And then you can see what it looks like, okay? When it was moving forward, that was a reverse mode. Nikon P900, October 31st, Halloween. Can you believe your eyes? The paintbrush, of the Creator is creating the moon in front of us. We actually live in a simulation. There they are. They're going to bundle up and turn into like a snake, and they're going to crawl up that little mound right here, and they're going to do whatever they do. They're right there. And they're going to hang around in there, see, and do whatever these shadowy UFOs do, and go up there and come back down again, and fix all the problems the moon has, and get these trees, and it slides down like a snake, comes off the chart again. It's going to do what it's got to do to make the moon look the way it's supposed to look, and get these deformed leaves and branches out of my camera. Thank you very much, God. That was very nice of you. I've had leaves and branches before in my picture, and I never had this happen to me before, where I've gotten these little specks running around doing everything. This is a gift from a larger consciousness system, from a simulation, just like the other video. This is a gift. Random number generator for something to see like this would be 1 in the hundreds of billions chance. So there is no way. In a simulation, everything is probability. You take a telescope, you put it in the sky, like the Hubble, and you go to a dark area, and what do you get? Galaxies, stars, and maybe you get a comet. Okay, filming something like this that's recreating the moon made out of a shadowy, transparent UFO, in real time. I'm really filming this because I decided to film it with a tree branch in the way. That was my whole thing. I wanted to kind of see what would happen. Where did I get that thought from? I don't know. Maybe it came from the creator of the simulation, but that's what I did. And these things came in my frame, and I'm like, look at those dots. I wonder what those dots are. Huh? That's weird. And I went through it frame by frame by frame, and now here I am with you. And this is not, everybody, the most photographed object in the world is the moon. Okay? This moon has probably been taken over 1 trillion pictures, and yet nobody has any image like this. And if they do, they're certainly not going to share it with the public. It's right here. See it? Look at these things. I mean, you can find them yourself. I don't need to tell you where they are anymore. You got eyes. And, there's a reason why these observatories don't want you to turn the observatory toward the moon and look at it, right? Part of the rules of the world. Can't take the big telescopes and point it toward the moon. It's a big no-no. Well, now I know why. Thank you, larger consciousness system. And you guys can thank me later, the world. Okay, so P900, time to go, right? Let's see. Yep, they're right here. They're working on that little crater. Here it is. Here they are. Here comes the train. UFO train. Beep, beep. And time for break. They're creating the moon. And now it's time to go back to work again. So now I know why. Now they're going to create these scar lines for the craters. We really do live in a simulated reality. This is unbelievable. The luck I've had. This last week is in the trillions, gazillions. You could film the moon in 25,000 lifetimes and you would never get this. I'm laughing because I don't know what to tell you. Now I know why NASA doesn't want. They never landed on the moon. It doesn't even exist. Look at it. These transparent UFOs are building it as a tree branch blocks the way. You can't land on it. It doesn't exist. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It doesn't. It's building the moon. You can't say the simulation doesn't have a sense of humor. Thank you, Simeon. Thank you, larger consciousness system. Now I know why there's an agreement with all the countries not to point these large astronomy telescopes that you got to rent for $10,000 a minute toward the moon. Poor Crow 777. He's been filming this thing for 20 years. I don't think he ever got anything like this. Anyways, it's building the scar lines for that crater. That's what it's doing. It's building the scar lines. It's gonna do it. Oh my God, I can't watch anymore. It's just too. It's like funny, but it's unbelievable. Here in real time now. You happy? Yeah, yeah, real time. All right, I really got to go. But look at so this crater here. The scar line should be a little bit lower, all the way to the tip of the moon. Gee, I wonder who's going to fix that. My buddies are coming. See? They're coming. Those are my friends. Oh, how nice of you. Thank you, God. It's God. You're watching God. You're watching. Oh, it shot up. It shot up over here somewhere, guys. But basically, it did do it. It created the line all the way to the end of the moon. You watch God. You just watched the creator of this universe, the larger consciousness system, or God, or whatever you want to call it, or a computer. You just watched it recreate pieces of the moon by using 3 or 4 or 1 shadowy UFO. They're probably right around here right about now. That's my guess. Amazing. So I'm done with it. Is this an accident? Hour-long video. No, it is not an accident. I got this on purpose. I did. Because A, no one's going to care when I put the video up. B, nobody's going to watch it. And no one's going to believe me. So what does it care? The larger consciousness system doesn't care. It lets me record everything. 4th dimensional object, glowing UFO in the daytime. A star moves into my frame, and now I got something that's recreating the moon, shadowy UFOs on the moon's surface, and going all over the place, acting like it's dust on my lens. You couldn't script this. But the thing is, nobody believes me. No one's going to watch this video. This is the most important moon video in the world. No one's going to watch it. Who's UFO Mike Cody? Oh, he's a liar. It's not a real moon. Yeah, I CGI'd that too. You can hear me talking. I filmed this thing for 4 or 5 minutes. It's a P900. But the larger consciousness system is giving this to me, probably knows that no one's going to watch it. You got to have a sense of humor when you're doing this stuff, man. I'm sorry. You just do. Oh, my God. Hey, where are my specs? Where's my dirt? It wasn't there. It doesn't exist. It's probably working on this thing right now. So this is not an accident. It was given to me. You know? It was given to me by God, a random number generator to produce something that's a shadowy UFO when a tree branch and leaves get in the way and the moon's moving, past it, and you get these dots moving around recreating the moon. The moon doesn't have to do that. All it can do is create spheres, and that just recreates the moon. Or it could use waves or clouds to cover it. It can do a million different things. It doesn't need these specks like someone controlling a mouse and clicking to do that. There's plenty of people who film the moon when there's branches and trees. Okay? Random number generator? Yeah, just like the shape-shifting 4th dimensional object, 1 out of 100 billion. Well, I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I just got it. That's something that recreated the moon. I can't script this. This is what NASA doesn't want to show you, and I got it. greatest week of my life. You can't point it at the moon because the moon's not real. You just saw these 2, 4, 5, 3 objects making it and recreating it. I mean, we're in a simulation, so the larger consciousness system has been I owe the larger consciousness system all of this. So in all seriousness, this is 100% real. Go and have fun debunking it because it's real. These guys, they're trying to debunk the last ones and they can't do it. It's real, you fucking morons. It's real. It really happened. You want to see it in real fast version? You wouldn't even notice it, but I notice these things because this is what I do, man. I'm crazy. Thanks for watching. Greatest moon video ever. Seriously. Have a nice day. Paintbrush of God.